And I feel like he's having to deal with things in his career world that is taking his attention away from his love life, out of necessity. And I feel like he might be a little bit grumpy about that, but he's sort of just putting his head down, putting his um, axe to the grindstone, as they say, and doing what he needs to do to get things done in his financial world. So let's see what's going on the feminine side is the Eight of Wands in reverse. So I feel like the need or the want or the desire to communicate with the masculine coming from the feminine side is halted, because she knows that he wouldn't be receptive right now. And I feel like this swirling energy in her mind of, I could say this, I could say this, I could reach out this way, and oh, I want to share this with him. But there's a stoppage point against you taking that impulse. And that's okay. I suggest that maybe if you really have this strong desire to share certain elements of your life and yourself with the masculine energy, is to utilize a journal for a couple of weeks and utilize that space as your sacred space that you are sharing, sort of like psychically and cosmically on a different dimensional level. See what feminine has in her subconscious is the Ace of Wands in reverse. So not in your immediate experience, sort of more under the surface. Cancer is this getting this tiredness, like the spark, the inspiration. You're not feeling inspired in your everyday life and you want to come back to it, but you're not quite sure how to reinvigorate the excitement in your life. It's almost like disappointments have taken the reign of the day. And it's like, is it ever going to get better or different or change or move forward? And I'm picking up with the Ace of Wands in reverse a sense of not complete despair or hopelessness, but just some frustration and questioning. So let's see what the masculine has in his subconscious. The Ten of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this has to do, again, with his the way that he makes money. And I feel like he's needing to reorganize and restructure how he deals with people. And because the way that he's been approaching and handling certain financial situations or on the work front, career, on projects, has been a little sharp. And he's coming to realize that it's not getting him what he wants, and it's not sustainable and like the long view term of how you effectively deal with people by using a sharp tongue and sort of being bossy. Because underneath this, because the reason why he's doing this is because as his internal process, he's feeling frustrated that people, maybe a business partner or somebody that he's working on a project with, isn't pulling their weight. And he wants them to. So it's out of frustration that he's being persnickety and sharp with these people. Let's see what's in his conscious. The Five of Cups in reverse. So in his conscious experience, and I feel this has to do with his love life and not so much how he's dealing with this work situation over here. It's like he's just about ready to turn around to see the Two Cups. Although he is looking towards the feminine at these Three of Cups spilt. And if he dislodges himself and spins around from this perspective the Two of Cups is behind him. And it's almost like there's this process for the masculine this month of revisiting and reevaluating what went wrong, and him understanding his part of the interplay that happened. And I feel like there's a perspective shift happening for the masculine in the month of April, and it's ongoing. It's like he gets little bits and pieces of new information, not even new information, just a different perspective again. That he's coming out of the sorrowful, blameful place, but he is working on it, and he's not quite there, but he is on that journey. And for the feminine, she has all reversals. Interesting. All of them are in reverse, actually, now that I look at it. The Four of Wands. Yeah, I was definitely picking up on this energy here of, when can I have this? When can I have this experience in my material worlds? When can I feel like I don't have to do it alone anymore, feminine? Well, that's a story, because you're not alone. You have your divine guidance, you have your angels, you have your guides, and I'm sure you have other people besides this one person, perhaps the masculine, that you're desiring show up in your worlds in a more traditional, structured way. So I encourage you, feminine, to allow yourself to undergo a process this month of reevaluating where you feel like your feet are stuck in the mud, like how the masculine is doing over here, of what your like unexamined ways of looking at relationship are, and how those may be outdated and no longer effective for you to be approaching this situation or this person or your love life from that vantage point. So there's some movement and an internal process, because I feel like it is an internal process since they are all in reverse. For you to come to a deeper, higher understanding of gaining clarity around how your belief system, that's the word, belief system, is affecting this situation, and how it may be preventing you from being able to communicate effectively with the masculine counterpart. Excuse me. Let's flip over what the feminine brings. Lovers in reverse. My gosh, you guys, everything's in reverse. So yeah, I feel like your ideas, your beliefs, based on sort of like cultural conditioning, like the Disney movies and all that bullcrap, like fed your brain and sort of wired your brain to feel like you need this knight in shining armor to swoop in and take care of you and mend your heart and make you feel good about yourself. Like, that's all BS. Because divine love is an internal process, and the divine love relationship is cultivated with the spark within you that is part of the source. And you're never separated from that. So when you feel like you're in this story and you're in this illusion that creates a void or a missingness that you reach outside of yourself to fulfill by another person or a circumstance, or when it gets really uncomfortable, addictions. Because the experience of separateness, the experience of separation from that which we truly are, is painful. And it's that exact pain, Cancer, feminine, that propels you to go seeking for unity again. So all of this is your process in April, is to come to a deeper, more solid inner understanding that the love that you seek is already there. It's already done, and it never went anywhere. It's been there all along. It's just about lifting the veil and understanding that you have that power and empowering yourself to do so. Okay. Wow. Let's see what the masculine brings to the feminine. All of my cards are in reverse. I swear they're not in the deck. We'll see if this one is too. The Divine Mother, a lot of different people are getting this in their Divine Love readings this month for April in reverse. I feel that he's not in a place right now to be able to give to the feminine in the way that she feels that she needs. It's like his attention is being directed elsewhere. And I feel like he's undergoing a similar process, but not on the level that the feminine is. It's like he doesn't want to have to do it all alone either, but he's working out for himself. And it's more on the financial front. It's like when the masculine feels abundant and solid and secure in what he has to provide to the feminine, then there's this charging forward, there's this confidence, there's this wholeness of not feeling incomplete. But when he is feeling incomplete, he doesn't feel like he can approach the feminine with anything to give her. So there's sort of the shutdown of communication and energy into her direction. This is the matriarch card, and it's in reverse. I'll show you the artwork up close, upright. So let's see the outcome card, the conjoining energies. Another reversal. You guys have all reverse cards. Your oracle card won't be in reverse. 5 of Swords in reverse. It's like there's this communion in a way, even though it may not be, you may not be in physical contact or in communication with one another, that you're each working on your piece of the pie, which makes the whole pie. And you actually have each of your own pies to bring to the feast of love. And you're starting to understand that the way that you've been approaching this situation hasn't gotten you the results that you're ultimately after. Like guilting somebody or shaming somebody or manipulating somebody or trying to blame somebody is not allowing you to experience this card and this card for both of you and this card. Let's pull them all up. These energies upright. So there's this examination and some inner work, like this deep inner work. It just got like plumbing the depths of your shadow side, Cancer, of really coming to understand that some of your past actions and some of your past communications was really coming from a place of hurt and fear. And maybe from a place of like way back in your childhood when you didn't feel understood and it didn't maybe feel safe for you to fully share yourself or experience your feelings and what you were going through. So this wall was built up and this mechanism for survival, and it happens to all of us, took place and was lodged in the psyche that you're now slowly uncovering in April. And it's a lifelong process. The layers of the onion of our psyches are very, very, very deep and layered. So in effect, and ultimately, this is a process that is necessary and needs to happen and will uncover those subconscious blockages for each of you the masculine and the feminine, of how you've been attracting and creating this experience of lack, this experience of misunderstanding, this experience of pain. So let's illuminate this reading with a Rumi Oracle. I think that is going to be the appropriate deck to use by Lana Fairchild. I love using my Oracle cards at the end of the reading to sort of tie it all together. And they always do. It always amazes me how accurate and resonant the Oracle is for the energies that I was picking up through the wisdom of the tarot for you guys. Wow, that's intense. Sacred Convergence. It reminds me of how colorful this Lover's card is. I see a lot of similarities just in the feeling of the card. So it's number 11, the twin flame number. I will read to you from the book. Just have to find it. Roaming about town, the master was holding a light, saying, I am weary of the demons and the beasts. A human is what I am longing for. The human cannot be found. We have searched. What cannot be found is what I am longing for. Although poor and needy, I will not accept small pieces of ruby. The mine of the finest rubies is what I am longing for. One hand holding a cup of wine, and the other the curls of the beloved. A dance like this, in the middle of the circle, is what I am looking for. Rumi. How I have longed for you, my very own. Look no further, for the family beyond your family, the relationship beyond all other relationships, the great love that unveils all other loves to be mere reflections of the one great and true love is here for you now. It is I who has sought you through the stirrings of your own heart. Yes, 'twas I, hidden beneath every secret, yearning for something more, something full, something special, something all-encompassing. Behind every yearning, always, I have hidden. Now I show myself to you, that you may become so filled with the same passionate devotion that I hold for you, that your mind will fall away, overwhelmed by the sheer intensity of love, tossed into an ocean of silent, unending bliss. Come to me. We are to be one now, in sacred convergence of silent, eternal passion. Wasn't I saying that? I feel like this message is for the feminine, like uncovering this yearning of the lack that we feel when we're not in unity. Alana Fairchild's interpretation of this card is just that. Like the yearning is there and it's supposed to be there. It's supposed to be there to create this feeling of desire to reunite with our beloved. And when you allow that to happen for yourself and be encompassed by this unexplainable self-love, then all of these misunderstandings and the guilt and the shame, the arguments, they no longer resonate in your vibration because you're holding such a higher vibration of the sacred convergence. It's so beautiful. I love the two circles in the artwork.